General Motors' CEO has just dropped a bombshell, and it is hitting Silverado owners hard. For a long time, this news has been quietly swept under the rug, but now it is out in the open, and it is stirring up a storm among Silverado loyalists. A change is coming to the Silverado, and it is coming soon. And whether you are a fan of Chevy trucks or not, this announcement has ripple effects that might just surprise you. So, what's this announcement? What does it tell us about the future of trucks, and how does it influence your next vehicle purchase? Let's find out. The Chevy Silverado is one of the top 3 trucks in the United States today, and it's easy to see why it has such a loyal fan base. Whether you're hauling tools to a job site, planning an off-road adventure, or simply cruising through your daily routine, this truck has your back. Its winning combination of versatility, reliability, and sheer power makes it a standout in the crowded world of pickup trucks. What's even better is that the Silverado offers something for just about everyone, with a wide range of trim levels to fit different lifestyles and budgets. One thing Silverado fans can't stop talking about is the truck's engines. The Silverado lineup offers a variety of engines to suit every need. You've got everything from a turbocharged 4-cylinder for the efficiency-minded to a pair of mighty V8 engines for those who crave serious horsepower, and even a Duramax diesel 3.0-liter inline-6 for fans of torque and long-lasting performance. No matter which one you choose, they all deliver a satisfying growl that truck enthusiasts love. Let's talk specifics. The 6.2-liter V8 engine roars with 420 horsepower, giving you the kind of power that makes towing and hauling feel like a breeze. The smaller 5.3-liter V8 offers 355 horsepower, while the turbocharged 2.7-liter 4-cylinder brings 310 horsepower to the table. And then there's the diesel engine, which provides 277 horsepower, along with excellent fuel efficiency and torque that makes it perfect for heavy-duty tasks. Now, what's interesting is that the Silverado isn't just about raw power, it's surprisingly nimble for its size. The handling feels light and agile, making it easy to maneuver whether you're on the highway or tackling tight city streets. The brake pedal feels solid and responsive, giving you plenty of confidence when you need to stop quickly. And if adventure is calling your name, the Trail Boss model is a game changer. This rugged version of the Silverado comes with a 2-inch lift, aggressive tires, and off-road ready upgrades that make tackling trails more fun than ever. Now, here's where things get interesting. Chevy is looking to step into the future with its brand new electric version. The electric Silverado takes capability to a whole new level, delivering an astounding 754 horsepower and an impressive range of 450 miles on a single charge. That's enough to get you from Los Angeles to San Francisco without needing to stop and recharge. However, this shift to electrification has some traditional Silverado owners feeling a bit uneasy. While the electric model is a bold leap forward, it's also a balancing act for Chevy. Managing both gas-powered and electric platforms is no small feat, and while it sounds great in theory, execution will be key to keeping everyone happy. The EV Silverado is a glimpse into the future, but longtime fans are watching closely, hoping the classic Silverado they know and love doesn't lose its rugged charm in the process. Take a look at Ford, for instance. The company has been heavily promoting its F-150 lineup, but things haven't exactly gone as planned. Despite their efforts, it seems like consumers just aren't biting the bait. The result of this is a massive surplus of trucks sitting in inventory, forcing Ford to hit the brakes on production. According to Automotive News, this pause includes the traditional holiday break at the Rouge production facility, but it also highlights a deeper issue. Even though the Lightning, a fully electric version of the F-150, has seen sales increases, the numbers just aren't meeting Ford's lofty expectations. To be fair, it's not just Ford feeling the pinch. Electric vehicle sales across the board have been lower than many automakers predicted this year. It seems the overprojected hype hasn't quite matched reality. And when it comes to electric trucks, there's a noticeable trend. If it's not Tesla's Cybertruck, people just don't seem interested. Adding to the problem, these electric trucks come with a hefty price tag. Take the 2025 Chevrolet Silverado as an example. The gas-powered model starts at $37,600, while the electric variant starts at a whopping $57,000 and can climb all the way to $100,000. That's a steep price for a truck that, let's be honest, doesn't have the same growl and oomph that gas-powered engines deliver, the kind of sound truck lovers adore. Interestingly, Chevrolet has dabbled in hybrids before, and maybe that's where the sweet spot lies. Remember the Silverado 1500 hybrid? It was produced from 2009 to 2013 and featured a clever two-mode hybrid drivetrain. This system combined a robust 6.0-liter V8 engine with electric motors to create a balanced mix of performance and efficiency. And the numbers weren't bad at all, about 21 miles per gallon in the city and 22 on the highway. Not too shabby for a big truck, right? Fast forward to today, and the challenges have shifted. The current base model of the Silverado is powered by a turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, delivering a respectable 19 miles per gallon in the city and 22 on the highway. While these figures aren't terrible, they don't quite stack up against competitors like Ram and Ford. Both rivals are stepping up their game, offering base V6 engines that are not only fuel efficient, but also powerful enough to turn heads. So where does that leave the Silverado? The market is in flux, and finding the right balance between tradition and innovation is proving to be a tough nut to crack for automakers. While the Silverado has a solid history and a loyal fan base, staying competitive in a world that's increasingly divided between gas and electric might require more than just a shiny new EV model. While the idea of an electric truck might not be everyone's cup of tea just yet, the 2025 Chevy Silverado EV is actually shaping up to be a pretty solid contender. Unlike its flashy sibling, the Hummer EV, which packs up to 3 electric motors, the Silverado EV keeps it simple with a 2-motor setup. But don't let that fool you into thinking it's underpowered. Even with 2 motors, this truck delivers some impressive performance stats. In its top-spec trim, Chevrolet claims the Silverado EV can churn out a staggering 754 horsepower. For those looking for something a little more modest, the base WT work truck trim still offers a solid 510 horsepower, while the mid-range LT trim brings 645 ponies to the party. All-wheel drive comes standard across the lineup, ensuring solid traction no matter the conditions. Plus, Chevrolet throws in some extra goodies like optional rear-wheel steering for improved maneuverability and an adaptive air suspension for a smoother ride. And let's not forget those massive 24-inch wheels. They're as stylish as they are functional. Behind the wheel, the Silverado EV offers a surprisingly smooth ride with handling that feels more like an SUV than a hefty pickup truck. If speed is your thing, the RST model won't disappoint. In its special wide-open Watts drive mode, it rockets from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.1 seconds. Even in standard mode, it's no slouch, hitting 0 to 60 in 5.8 seconds. The work truck trim might be the more budget-friendly option, but it's still impressively quick, sprinting to 60 in just 5.4 seconds. When it comes to doing the heavy lifting, the Silverado EV doesn't shy away from a challenge. Its maximum towing capacity reaches 12,500 pounds, and it can handle a payload of up to 1,800 pounds. While these numbers fall just a bit short of the gas-powered Silverado, which can tow up to 13,300 pounds, it's still more than enough for most truck owners' needs. The Silverado EV is fitted with General Motors' cutting-edge Ultium battery technology. This innovative system is highly versatile, allowing for the creation of battery packs as large as 205 kilowatt hours. Thanks to this tech, the Silverado EV boasts some of the most impressive range numbers in the electric truck game. The EPA has given the work truck trim of the Silverado EV a jaw-dropping maximum estimated driving range of up to 492 miles on a full charge. That's with the max range battery, which is only available on the work truck. Other trims don't quite reach those numbers, but they're no slouches either. For instance, the RST trim, also equipped with the max range battery, delivers an estimated range of 460 miles per charge. The LT trim, with its extended range battery, can go as far as 408 miles before needing a recharge. But the Silverado EV isn't just about going the distance, it's also about how quickly you can get back on the road. During some fast charging tests, the RST set a new record, averaging 198 kilowatts of power while charging from 10% to 90%. This took just under 1 hour, making it one of the fastest EVs to recharge in its class. Chevrolet claims that a quick 10-minute stop at a public DC fast charging station can add up to 100 miles of range. That's perfect for when you're on the go and need a quick boost to get back to your adventure. With impressive range numbers, cutting-edge battery tech, and lightning-fast charging capabilities, the Silverado EV is proving that electric trucks can deliver serious practicality alongside their eco-friendly credentials. It's a strong step forward for Chevrolet, and a clear sign that the future of trucks is looking brighter and more electrifying than ever. Alright, let's dive into something important that Chevy Silverado fans often debate, whether it's the gas-powered version or the all-electric model, the off-road capability and toughness. For what feels like ages, Chevy seemed hesitant to roll out a truck that could dominate the trails. Sure, the Trail Boss had a few cool features here and there, but it never really reached that level of being the ultimate adventure machine for thrill seekers. It was more like a taste of what Chevy could do, but not the full course meal. Then Chevy decided to shake things up with the Silverado ZR2, and let me tell you, it was a game changer. They equipped it with some serious hardware, high-performance multimatic dampers that practically laugh at uneven terrain, and chunky, aggressive mud terrain tires that look like they were born to conquer anything Mother Nature throws their way. Add in locking differentials and a 2-speed transfer case, and you've got a truck that's ready to handle tough trails, steep climbs, and even those muddy paths that make other trucks cry for mercy. It is important to note, though, that the Silverado ZR2 still runs on the same 6.2-liter V8 engine you'll find across the Silverado lineup. It churns out a respectable 420 horsepower. Nothing to scoff at, right? But when you stack it up against some of the competition, it kind of feels like Chevy is holding back. Imagine this. What if they gave the ZR2 a beastly engine with more than 700 horsepower? That would take it from impressive to absolute legend in the off-road world. Unfortunately, Chevy doesn't seem to be heading in that direction anytime soon. Why? Well, it might have something to do with the Silverado's split personality. On one hand, it's rugged and ready for action. On the other hand, it's practically a luxury truck these days. Chevy has worked hard to give the interior a major glow-up, filling it with premium materials, cutting-edge tech, and all the bells and whistles you'd expect in a high-end ride. It's a far cry from the workhorse trucks of the past. These upgrades make the Silverado a dream for comfort lovers, but they might be why Chevy isn't going all out on raw off-road power. Speaking of comfort, let's talk about how the Silverado handles when you're cruising on the open road. On the highway, this truck is a dream. It smooths out those annoying little bumps and potholes like they're nothing. Picture this. You're sipping your morning coffee, not a single spill, because the ride is just that smooth. It's like gliding on a cloud, and here's where reality kicks in. No truck is perfect. When you hit those bigger dips or unexpected craters, the Silverado can get a bit jostled and loses that composed vibe. It's like it's saying, hey, I can handle a lot, but don't push it. Now let's take a moment to size up the competition, like that slick Ram 1500 with its fancy multi-link suspension. That setup is like the VIP treatment in the truck world, delivering an impressively smooth ride no matter what the road, or lack of road, throws at it. It's the kind of suspension that makes you feel like you're cruising in a luxury sedan, not a workhorse truck. And then we've got Chevy, sticking to its guns with the classic leaf spring setup. Now, don't get me wrong, leaf springs are the reliable old-school workhorses of the suspension world. They've been hauling heavy loads for decades without breaking a sweat, and they're built to last. But let's be honest, when you're driving with an empty truck bed, they can turn your ride into a bit of a bounce house. And it's not just the Silverado dealing with this issue. Ford's F-150, another big name in the truck game, is also rocking the leaf spring setup. However, Ford somehow managed to smooth things out just a little better. Ford's trucks have that slight edge when it comes to tackling bumpy roads without shaking you to bits. Chevy, on the other hand, seems to be a little stuck in the past when it comes to suspension tech. Maybe it's time they took a page from Ram's book, or at least found their own wizard to work some suspension sorcery. Speaking of issues, let's jump into some of the common complaints Silverado owners have shared. For all its rugged charm, this truck isn't without its quirks. First on the list, those pesky transmission troubles. Imagine this. You're cruising down the road, and every time you shift gears, it feels like your truck is doing an awkward two-step dance. It's like it has two left feet and just can't decide which direction to go. Not exactly the smooth, confident shifting you'd expect from a powerhouse like the Silverado. But here's the good news. This isn't some unsolvable mystery. With a quick visit to your mechanic and an onboard diagnostics 2 OBD2 scanner, you can usually pinpoint the culprit. Whether it's a sensor acting up, a software glitch, or something more mechanical, the tools are there to get your truck back in sync. And let's be real, no one wants to feel like they're wrestling with their transmission every time they hit the road. For the 2024 model, J.D. Power gave the Silverado a solid score of 80 out of 100. Meanwhile, RepairPal rated rated it 3.5 out of 5 stars, placing it in the top 5 among 17 full-size trucks. Not bad at all, but let's not break out the fireworks just yet. While it's a solid contender, the Silverado isn't exactly reigning supreme in the realm of reliability. It's got some serious competition. Take the Toyota Tundra, for example. It may not turn heads with flashy designs, but its no-frills, all-thrills approach has made it a reliability champ. The Tundra's reputation for long-term durability is hard to beat, and it's been stepping up its game recently with smoother rides, high-tech features, and engines that pack a punch. It's like the dependable best friend who's also figured out how to be cool. And then there's the Ford F-150, which many folks consider the ultimate yardstick for pickup trucks. Its rugged build, innovative tech, and powerful engines make it a tough rival. Beyond just surviving the daily grind, these trucks excel when it comes to long-term ownership costs, whether it's fuel economy, maintenance, or resale value. That's where the Silverado sometimes stumbles. It can't always keep pace when you crunch the numbers. Oh, and let's not forget about recalls. Those pesky little issues that can sneak up on you like an uninvited guest at a party. If you're already a Silverado owner or thinking about becoming one, it's smart to dig into the recall history. A little homework now could save you a lot of headaches later. Let's rewind to April, when General Motors issued a recall affecting 40,428 Chevrolet Silverado medium-duty trucks. These included the FRT 500 HD, 5500 HD, and 6500 HD models from model years 2019 through 2023. The issue was a brake fluid leak in the brake pressure sensor assembly that could potentially lead to a fire. Yep, you read that right, a fire risk, whether the vehicle was on the road or just sitting idle in a driveway. The problem boiled down to the sensor assembly allowing brake fluid to leak and cause a short circuit. While the fix is straightforward, it's still a big deal for affected owners, and a reminder of how important regular maintenance and recall checks are when owning a truck. Fast forward to November, and GM made headlines again, this time with another recall. The spotlight was on certain diesel-powered GM full-size trucks and SUVs. The culprit was a defective transmission control valve. This little component could fail and lock up the rear wheels, a situation no one wants to experience on the highway. Naturally, the risk of crashes skyrocketed with this kind of failure. And these are just a couple of the recalls that surfaced this year. While it's worth noting that every automaker faces recalls from time to time, they highlight why doing your homework before purchasing a vehicle is crucial. Whether you're a Silverado fan or just considering your options, staying informed about potential issues can make all the difference in your ownership experience. So, if despite the recalls and some stiff competition, you're still all in on the Chevy Silverado, then you should know that Chevy knows how to cater to just about every type of driver out there, and their lineup of trims proves it. Whether you're after the bare-bones, no-nonsense work truck or the sleek and sporty RST trim, there's definitely a Silverado with your name on it. But let's pause for a second and ask the question that really matters. How does it stack up against the competition? Because, let's face it, a truck isn't just a way to get from point A to point B. It's a big investment. And when we're talking competitors, there's no bigger rival than the Ford F-150. If the Silverado is a solid all-rounder, the F-150 is the rock star of the pickup world. The 2024 F-150 is a straight-up powerhouse, flexing its versatility, performance, and tech in a way that's hard to ignore. With a lineup of 6 engine options, Ford gives you the freedom to choose what fits your lifestyle. If you want that raw, thunderous power of a traditional V8, they've got it. They also have efficient and futuristic hybrids. Whether you're hauling heavy loads, cruising city streets, or venturing off the beaten path, the F-150 seems to have an engine tailored for the job. Plus, Ford doesn't stop at just raw power. Their tech game is on point, with features designed to make your drive smoother, safer, and just more enjoyable overall. From advanced driver assist systems to smart towing tech that practically does the heavy lifting for you, the F-150's arsenal is hard to beat. In terms of engines, Ford's 2024 F-150 lineup is nothing short of jaw-dropping. Right out of the gate, the base engine, a 2.7-liter EcoBoost V6, is more than just a quiet performer. This powerhouse cranks out 325 horsepower and delivers a robust 400 pound-feet of torque. For a so-called base engine, that's already packing some serious punch. But if you're the type who craves even more muscle under the hood, you're going to love what comes next. Step up to the 3.5-liter EcoBoost V6, and you're looking at 400 horsepower and a jaw-dropping 500 pound-feet of torque. It's the kind of power that makes heavy towing, hauling, or just dominating the open road feel like a breeze. And then there's the showstopper, the 3.5-liter Power Boost Hybrid. This isn't just any hybrid engine, it's the crown jewel of the F-150's lineup, producing an incredible 430 horsepower and an almost unbelievable 570 pound-feet of torque. This engine redefines what hybrids can do. It's not just about raw power, though. It's also a champion in fuel efficiency. With up to 25 miles per gallon in the city and 26 miles per gallon on the highway, the Power Boost Hybrid proves you don't have to choose between performance and economy. You can have both. Now, let's shift gears to what makes the F-150 such a joy to drive. Aside from its brawny engine lineup, this truck isn't just about brute strength. It's designed with modern drivers in mind. Every F-150 comes standard with a 12-inch touchscreen infotainment system, blending high-tech connectivity with user-friendly controls. Whether you're streaming your favorite tunes, navigating your route, or just catching up on the latest podcasts, this system has your back, keeping you entertained and informed on every drive. If safety and convenience are top of your list, the F-150's got you covered there too. Optional features like adaptive cruise control and lane keeping assistance make highway drives smoother and less stressful. These driver aids are like having an extra set of eyes on the road, giving you peace of mind whether you're commuting through the city or embarking on a cross-country adventure. Finally, let's talk about the Pro Power onboard system. Calling this a feature almost feels like an understatement. It's more like a superpower. With up to 7.2 kilowatts of electricity at your disposal, this system turns your truck into a mobile generator. The Pro Power onboard system isn't just for show, it's practical and reliable, giving the F-150 an edge that's hard to match. Whether you're a contractor who needs a dependable power source or a weekend warrior who loves off-the-grid adventures, this feature is a total game changer. Now, if we're being honest, the Ford F-150 feels like it's playing in a league of its own. Chevy Silverado is a solid truck, no doubt, but when you stack the two side by side, the F-150 just keeps pulling ahead. From its jaw-dropping engine lineup and hybrid efficiency to cutting-edge tech like the Pro Power onboard, it's clear that Ford isn't messing around. The Silverado might check some boxes for reliability and versatility, but the F-150 is out here redefining what a truck can be. It's not just about muscle, it's about brains too. Ford has managed to balance power, efficiency, and innovation in a way that leaves the competition scrambling to catch up. So what do you think about this? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. Also, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and activate the notification bell to stay updated with all our latest videos. While you're still here, click the video on your screen to see more interesting content like this one.